There we go. Let's see. Alright. And we took the stream, see how it's looking silent and everything. Alright. Edit stream info. Doom 2. Doom 2 Hell on Earth. Got them to be the big thing. Alright. Share stream. Post to Twitter. Looks like that went to Twitter pretty nicely. We'll be getting started in just a little bit, everybody. Kind of just want to just just normal stuff and things that I normally do. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started since everything's, popped off and all that. So, as always, everyone, hey yo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and, sorry for being a little bit late to the streams and everything today, but welcome to, what was originally supposed to be some Nightmare Reaper, but instead it's going to be some more Doom 2 with a Doosk demake mod. And I'm going to try to explain why as much as I can. So, so last time I streamed, I didn't really set things up for like the planned stream idea that I originally had, which was going to be Nightmare Reaper for Friday, and everything like that. Cause like, well, maybe I'll worry about that, like somewhat close to stream or something like that, cause it's like, no harm, no foul, really. And then, earlier today I had like, my room was pretty much occupied per se because, there's some stuff that was kind of going on that involved my room. Um, so long story short, I've been kind of like slightly out of power. Mainly like three of my outlets three of my outlets had like no power um, flowing through them. So like I couldn't be able to really have anything on for a good little bit. Um, but the outlets near my windows somehow still had power. So I had like a power extension cord thing, from going from that one end and then everything, and I had like some. I had like I had like the little thing that I have like my other like my stuff plugged in, from like TV, and there's like TV, computer, possibly PlayStation, and all that, like all in one thing, and everything like that. And I also had my clock also had my clock plugged into this thing as well. Um, I think it's been like a few weeks at most since I've been kind of having my room be like this. But today, everything seemed to get fixed and all that. So now I have power. Hold on, give me a sec. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I was pretty much like, I pretty much had like only like a few things going. And some of the things worth like, well, another thing technically worth mentioning is that my ceiling fan had no power, so therefore I had no way to light, to turn on the light in my room, nor did my ceiling fan want to work either. So, take that as you will. But but my stepdad managed to fix the thing, which is good, and solving one outlet kind of technically, fixed, the others, so that was, that was pretty cool. Um, so, we took care of that. We also did a bit of a thing because he's slowly but surely putting in these like I don't know if I want to say like wall AC things where it's like kind of like a big rectangular thing that's supposed to be like like an AC thing and all that and everything and we were kind of like trying to set that stuff up in my room a little bit. Sadly it's not plugged in or anything like that, so it's not really ready, but it is pretty much more or less like in position, raring to go. Just need like a few little like things be done here and there before I can be able to actually, have this thing, turned on and whatnot. But we had to kind of like, fiddle around with like the wall, like finding a good place in my room to put it on the wall. Drill a hole from my room, pretty much to like the outside area and everything. And all that. So, and also I kind of like, help with, putting the thing in its place. That way, it'll stay. And also I'd like, make sure that the wires and shit went through and everything. And I also kind of do like a little bit of vacuuming, to clean up debris and shit. So that way you won't have to be worrying about that shit on the floor. Um, and then afterwards, as I was trying, to get everything, set up more or less, my my stream manager wanted to be a bit stupid because it was doing the whole like failed the little module and gave me like and like it was like fucking flooding my thing was like those like Pac-Man looking ghosts or whatever. So had to be able to try and like go through that a couple of times at most to do that, set up a title, and then get my chat popped out, and so I'm gonna get ready for stream. So yeah, that's how my day was. But yeah, um, yeah, like I was going to originally do some Nightmare Reaper, but it was like with how things were today, and I was like, I don't know if I want to really deal with Nightmare Reaper for today, so I decided, to just get on Doom plus Doom 2 and try to see about to continue more of my playthrough of a Doosk, or, with Doosk remake, with Doom 2 version. So yeah. So yeah, last time we ended up in the abandoned mines because I did a bit of a random stream, which was really made to be like a makeup stream for when I wasn't able to really stream on Tuesday. So take that as you will. want to say, like, is you take your fucking... Long sun's just fucking gone. I had all that health and everything, and it's just all fucking gone. Cause the other one fucked me over. Really? You're supposed to have been dead. Ow. Get in. Doing decent so far. Ow. On my face. I'm on souls. Here. Not please, hurry. And there we go. So yeah, this little spot right here, from what I've learned, apparently this is a bit of a situation where, like, I think like when the level starts, there's like a certain timer that, you know, that starts for this thing, and like if you haven't come in here, I believe, then you can't be able to get stuff, you know, within this. I thought that was kind of interesting. Because now, you know, now you see is you can't be triggered. Really? Fucking bitch. actually. Much I like bad things, like I don't really need it. Alright. Yo, why the fuck is it going dark? Must say, it's like, I don't really recall Monster Condo having a thing where it's like, you know, all the lights go out. I'll get that. But yeah, pretty much like that, you know, as I mentioned earlier, like that, you know, all that stuff, that's pretty much how my day went. So much so that I didn't really... It was like so much so that I didn't really get to play, I didn't really get to play Dead by Daylight as much with my friends, which, I mean, it's not, I mean, like, it's not really a big deal, you know, it's like, you know, it happens from time to time. Yeah, like it was honestly, but it was like, you know, no big deal really. And like I wanted to play, you know, I wanted to play with them quite a bit and everything. But yeah, like I can't remember if it was like yesterday or today or something like that. But I remember like quite recently, I remember quite recently, like, I loaded up into, I loaded into some Survivor gameplay on DVD, playing some stuff within the Blood Moon event, because I think I had like one specific final, Survivor thing to do mostly, which was like, finish repairing like 3 blood generators. And, games were something, I'll tell you that much. Games were something, I'll tell you that much for sure. Like I remember at one point I had a match against an Onryo who kept teleporting to the TV that I needed in order to put my tape in, which is then which was in the killer shack. Very fucking annoying when I have to do like that. Yeah, it was pretty fucking annoying, you know, to have to unfortunately deal with all that, but you know, there was all that. Yeah, you know, there was that. I remember like at one point in time, I faced a knight, and more or less got tunneled out 5 gens. Cause like, you know, there's like 5 gens up at the time. Like there's really like fucking 5 gens up at the time, and everything. And I think it was like, I didn't really get to fucking, you know, do much. And then like I think on when I got unhooked the second time, pretty much being on my death hook, someone had gotten hooked, and they had, I think it was like dark sense or something like that, where you go to see where like whenever mostly like whenever they get hooked, other people see, like, you know, not only other survivors' auras, but also killers' auras as well. And I think I remember it's like I saw the knight pretty much, you know, like making his way back to, you know, my hook and everything. Ow. So, you know, there's that whole shebang. Was not a fan of it. Was not a fan. And I remember I remember also, like, I was trying to do a bit of a thing where I had a survivor challenge daily, where I had to successfully open up a gate. Where, like, I had to, like, literally open a gate successfully as Steve Harrington. Which I did manage to actually end up doing that with my friends. I actually managed to get that challenge going, or I managed to get that challenge completed, is what I'm trying to say. Ow. But yeah, like I said, I played a couple of games of Dead by Daylight with most of my friends. I only had one escape, as my friend Pay likes to say. Io escape! Alright. Ow. It's like that being like the only saving grace. Is I can be able to fucking see. Well, not so much to fucking see, but know when there's an enemy or something. What I was trying to say was, thankfully the one saving grace is that my crosshair can be able to tell me when there's like an enemy like right in front of me or whatever. Yeah, I'll be glad once, I'll definitely be glad once the fucking, you know, wall AC thing, you know, gets, you know, turned on and whatnot. Ow, why did you shoot for? I didn't even attack you. I'm trying to get some fucking infighting going on. But yeah, I don't know how long the stream's going to be, you know, because we're about near the end of the game and everything, so. In case, in case there are those that are wondering, you know, like how I'm doing, you know, like how I'm doing this, you know, like this playthrough and all that. So, I'm playing this game. I'm doing this playthrough on Ultra Violence. I'm playing it with extra multiplayer items, which has things like, you know, like extra weapons, ammo, well, you know, all that just jazz. And a slight case of an extra enemy or two, which seemingly mostly is going to be like a boss, like a boss enemy in like certain levels that you wouldn't really expect. I'm playing this on the original resolution settings. You know, that's why you got like the classic, you know, like crispy retro looking, you know, style. And you can probably tell by the music. I am I'm playing it. I'm playing the remix track. I think it's like the full version of the Addy Cafe track that was done by Andrew Holsholt. And I kind of figured that, you know, like at most that it would be. I figured that, like, at most, you know, it would probably be like somewhat kind of fitting in a sense because, hold on. Okay, that does 10 damage. Cause mainly, Cause mainly Andrew Holsholt did the music track for Dust. So I was like, hey, you know, maybe this could be a thing where, you know, it's like, you know, playing like the theming of, you know, Dust and all that, and Doom. And plus, you know, just go from there. Ow. Let's try that again. Okay, now we got rid of Spider Boil. Okay. Got the yellow key. Even though I think I still have to like go through the thing in the quote unquote legit manner. Get up away, get up away! I got fucking stuck. With a fucking Racktron being a blip Doosk canoe. Let's try this again because I didn't know where the fuck I'm sorry, I'm wet. Oh. Oh. I'm about to say, I'm sorry, but where the fuck is the third one? That's how you normally go through here. There's the elevator thing finally. Alright. Over here. Alright, so yeah, map 29, the Living Inn. Second to final level of Doom 2. Or Doom 2 Hill on Earth, you know, however you want to refer to it. Ow, ow. What is fucking shit hitting me? Lovely. I know one thing for damn sure. Map 30 is going to be annoying. Sorry about that. Alright, I believe that, I believe that lowers down that little, like, that thing that was blocking our pathway to get home. Yeah, this thing. 1, now I'm down to like fucking 102. Gee, game, that's so fucking fair. Alright, if I remember correctly, I think the game wants you to kind of like go on a certain certain order of path, you know, from like this area here, it's like that over there, and that over there. Alright. Make our way back. Nothing to go. No. Alright. Over here. Quick save. Like that. Drops out, drops on this thing. I believe this is going to... Yep, it's going to take us here, so... Actually... Here. Doing pretty good so far. I mean, yeah, we had a few deaths here and there, but, you know, we's getting there. Oh, god damn it. I didn't mean the quick load, I mean the quick save. There we go. I'm trying to think, like, I think there's sort of like a certain pathway. Here. Just in case. Love to have those. How many? Yeah, 47. So. Alright, so now we gotta just climb, make the climb upwards. Fuck that cyber demon. Oh, look at that. Not one, not two. But 3 megaspheres, even though I can only take one, even though I can only be good for one. Oh, there's 4 megaspheres. Holy shit. I just had the fucking... You know what? Screw it. I don't really care. Like I've beaten this game so many times, you know, I don't really care. Like I literally got like the fucking bad RNG of it. Fucking getting like arachnotrons, pain elementals, you know, so I was like, nah. So, yeah. Alright, so even though like I cheated to beat the final level, like I really don't care. Like I've beaten this game numerous times in the OG classic way and all that. Even though like I still prefer just do like a more modern ways where it's like I will have like the ability to free look and things like that. So it's like fuck it, you know. But anyway, so yeah, that's gonna go ahead and do it for the stream and everything today. This is not going to be the end of like Doom 2 or like like or whatever, but basically in a nutshell, what I'm trying to get at is this is not going to be the finale of the Doosk remake playthrough or series. Even though I don't have the Doom 1 version for now. Um, I pretty much have the ability to at least try and do a thing where I can be able to play No Rest for the Living. Was the Deuce 2, if you will. So probably on my next it's not gonna be tomorrow because tomorrow I guess there's something planned for tomorrow, which I'll get into in just a moment. But probably on Wednesday at most is when I might start No Rest for the Living with the Disc remake. As you can see, like just Hell on Earth, No Rest for the Living, and of course Freedom Deathmatch levels, which we're not gonna really bother. But yeah, at most I'd say like on Wednesday we will try and do No Rest for the Living with the Disc remake, and see how things go. But tomorrow though, the reason why I did my playthrough of Doom 2 today instead of waiting until tomorrow, is because me and Onyx were talking quite recently about trying to do more Resident Evil 6. So we were trying to figure out, like, if we're going to do it, Friday, aka today, or if we're just going to do it Saturday. And I was like, and originally I was like, well, let's try and do it, let's try and do it Saturday, so that way I will do my Nightmare Reaper stuff, for today. Even though like I wasn't really expecting, like stuff kind of going on, IRL, like, hence why I'm technically going to be pushing Nightmare Reaper to be hopefully on Sunday. But the idea though is me and Alex are going to try and do more Resident Evil 6. We're going to try and see if we can finish off Leon's campaign, because apparently from what I've gathered, there's like intel. There's like 5 chapters per campaign, for each, I guess, like each character and all that. And we started with Leon's campaign, and we did like chapters 1 and 2 and everything, and we could have probably done more, but I was like, I don't know if I want to spend all my time going through that. So I pretty much told him, I was like, hey, let's and I was pretty much like, hey, let's do a thing where it's like, we do like for part 1 we do like 2 chapter things and one like a part 1 stream, and then for the other one, we can try and finish it off, and go from there. So hopefully sometime tomorrow, we can be able to finish off Leon's campaign before we go to the next thing. Um, I have a slight feeling he might be streaming. He might probably be. I have a slight feeling that he's probably gonna be streaming his POV, for for the collab thing, as well. So feel free to check him out when the time comes, and all that. But other than that, that's pretty much the plan. It's like I figured I'd do like finish off Doom 2 today, then do Resident Evil, and continue with Resident Evil 6 collab, tomorrow, and then at most try and cap things off from active week streaming with some Nightmare Reaper. But yeah, we are going to end. We are going to try and raid, and everything, because I like being able to raid people after my streams. Whether it's just me, doing the solo dolo routine, or if I have people joining me. Finish off my tea I got. Trying to see about who to possibly raid into. I think about trying maybe right into there, but I have a random ass feeling that they're probably about to end. So we can maybe raid into this person. As if they're not, well, let's do that for right now, I guess. You know, we'll keep them tabbed up for the time being. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream and everything like that. And again, I do apologize for being slightly late and everything, but I had reasons. But if you enjoy what you saw today, though, and you watch this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, um, you can be able to check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all the usual good stuff. And feel free to follow me on Twitter as well, because I often do post a lot of stuff on the Twitter. So I'm going to clear chat. See if we can do the raids. We seem to be able to. Alright, so until I see y'all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope y'all have a good week or weekend.